Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the season 2 of Ginja Ninja, episode 1. I'm here with Ella Spanjersberg.
Hi, everyone.
Ella, so you are in our class. You are the head of the VTV Films production. Are you like the producer or director? What do you like? What's your job there?
It depends on what film we make, but yeah, I'm heading the film department, and we work on short films and stuff like that.
So the last short film you did was, or short film, kind of not long film, but short film was with me.
Yeah, it
We,
was Weak Boy.
whew, yeah. And the one you're doing now is Glenn. Is it
Um,
Glenn the movie or just Glenn?
yeah, we're working on Glenn. It's just Glenn,
Okay.
but and one of my fellow producers, Austin, he's working on a script for a paranormal type film.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Are you doing anything else besides the Glenn, like away from Glenn, or anything else in the class that you're?
Right now I'm actually working on making a script for UIL that we can submit for the competition.
Okay.
So,
So do you have any ideas for that already, or are you just kind of?
yeah, I have some. I started writing a script. I need to get some more pre-production going, like storyboarding, auditions, and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Do you? I'm probably gonna use like, not people in our class because we're not good actors. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold auditions, but we'll probably release some information on that
Yeah.
if
Okay.
anyone wanted to try out.
Yeah. So how long have you wanted to be like when you first came to this class, like first in AV and AV1 or digital media? Did you like want to do the filmmaking part of it, or?
Well, I mean, probably since I was like a freshman, I knew that like I decided that for my future career, I wanted to go into film. So I took digital media, then AV1. Now I'm in AV2,
Mhm.
and so like compared to the broadcast stuff,
Yeah.
filmmaking is really the thing I
It's
enjoy.
always like the fun part because you get to tell people what to do
Yeah,
and the art director and the storyboarding, editing.
Well,
Well, you know what I mean.
I like the storytelling aspect
Austin's the
of
guy that likes telling
video
people what to do.
producing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's really what appeals to me is
Yeah.
being able to tell a story and have it be meaningful and stuff like
Is
that.
that like a job you think you want to do in the future, like filmmaking type things?
Yeah, I mean, I've already applied to a number of film schools, and
Nice.
I mean, haven't decided with an emphasis. Or I really like editing and directing, so that's what I'm going between. But
That's nice.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm planning for my future.
So you are in theater. Are you in theater 3 or theater 4?
I'm in varsity theater.
Varsity theater. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
So there's like OAPs and all that. Like that's why I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
you know.
OAP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you guys? Like I said, you guys are working on a show coming up, The Giver, as
Yes,
you guys
we
will
are.
see here. So is The Giver like a? It's a. Well, you told me it's a senior directed show, but is what, who's
So it's actually the first senior directed main stage show. We always have a number of senior directed shows, but they're always in the black box.
Okay.
This one's directed by Kayla Stewart. It's been really good working with her because she acts really professional, and it's no different with working with her than working with like Schneider or Alonzo, one of our like head directors. She's really professional.
Is
About
it so? You told me off the camera that it was one of the shortest times you guys had to prepare for a. Do you guys have like? Is it for like the black box shows? Is it you guys have shorter time, or is this like more of a?
Yeah, it's just how the schedule ended up working out this year. We just, in between Mamma Mia and this show, we just didn't have a lot of time because break is coming up. So we really had to crunch. Like we were at rehearsals every day till 6:30, and this week we've been here every day till 9.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah,
You guys aren't getting home for a while then.
yeah,
So
it's
I mean,
really tiring.
you have a character in that, so you're in it.
Yeah, I'm in the ensemble, which is
Okay.
it's really fun because you really build like a sense of community and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And there's a lot of fun ensemble scenes in The
Uh,
Giver, which if you come see, you can see that.
Yeah, I would probably would go see it. So when are the dates that you get to come watch it?
So tomorrow, Thursday
Oh, Thursday.
or Friday actually,
Oh, Friday. Okay.
at 7 p.m. or Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Nice, nice. So probably more people. So is this double cast or is it one whole cast? Is
It's
it?
just one cast,
Okay.
and we have a really talented cast.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was like. So when you guys went through it, was it like not grueling, but was it were there days where you're like, okay, this is kind of, whew, like
I
those the
mean,
kind of days, or
Of
like
course, it gets stressful, especially now because we're staying at school so late. Everyone's like tired and
Yeah.
cranky. But honestly, this cast has been really fun to work with, and I've had a great time with it. And I'm happy to be doing it.
so overall it's just a fun bunch of people, and it's
It's
like
a really fun show and a really fun cast.
so is the overall product a lot to a lot of people's liking, and then
Yeah, no, I like. I mean, I'm backstage for most for it, but like I think it's a really cool product and people are really gonna like it. It's got some like kind of contemporary stuff and some like things you wouldn't expect in it. Cause I mean, again, our director, she's come up with some really creative ideas that like when I've seen the show in the past, no one's done it like this.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So it's so everyone knows what, like, if you read the book or seen any of
seen
the
the
movies.
movie, yeah.
I feel like it's based on the book or the movie. Is it
It's
based?
based on the book.
Okay.
It's written
script
by
by
Lois Lowry.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And it doesn't have as much details as the book, but I think
It's still
we do a good job about
Yeah.
like telling the full story, even though it's a lot shorter. Than
it's
the
still
book.
got enough of detail to where you can see, still tell the story without being
Yeah.
too vague. Yeah.
Mhm.
I kind of just feel bad for Kayla because I mean, as a senior director, that's gotta be tough because you have to, because we see like Alonzo Block and scenes, and we see Miss Schneider Block scenes. We see, but for a student to do that, because for them it looks like they've done it a million times, but for a senior director, it just seems like it's gonna be like, holy crap!
Very
I
daunting.
have a big task to take because I gotta take care of all these kids and make sure the play looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say what she's going through firsthand,
Yeah.
but like I know she is applying for colleges for directing, and I've seen her portfolio, and it's very detailed. She plans out all her steps, and she's very
She is.
professional with it. So
Then yeah, this should be a good show, and for me, like, I know you recommend it. I was in the show, but even if I was in the show, I would recommend it to everybody. And it's kind of one of those points where it's like, a lot of the shows this year have been absolutely spectacular. You had Mamma Mia, you had Clue, and all those shows. I've been to both of those shows, and those shows are just to me, they're unreal.
yeah. No, I think our department has done a really good job with as far as tech goes, acting goes, directing goes. We've really we try our best, and we are here at school a lot rehearsing for these shows. So we try to pull together a product that will people. I mean, they have to pay to come, so that people are happy with coming and seeing
Yeah, so
it
because they're
and
like, oh, I didn't want to
enjoy
waste my
the
money. Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the another things, where it's like, you work this hard, and I can see why the up rate of like productivity has gone up over the last couple of years, because it's like it's your senior year. You want to make sure every show's right. You want to make sure people got what they came for, and you
Yeah.
don't want them to leave angry, because like a bunch of parents don't want to leave angry.
We also have a Miss Schneider, our director. This is her third year here, but she's relatively new, and she's done a great job at transforming the program and kind of making it into what it is right now. And from being a freshman with another director and like coming all this way, I can definitely see how she shaped the program for like the better and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And she's probably going to be here for years to come.
Yeah, definitely. She's like an integral part of
Yeah, exactly.
the community we have built here. So, yeah, I think she's going to be here for a while.
And as a theater kid, you never really want that culture to diminish ever.
Exactly.
it's like-
it's like people say like, oh, like it's like a family, but like it really is. Like,
Yeah.
I walk in that door for theater every day happy. I leave happy. Like wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
And that's how I kind of felt when I first did my own show. Is when every day you walked into the theater, every time you walked in for rehearsals, you were greeted with like warm hi, how are ya? You
Yeah.
never really were given a cold shoulder ever. There was always someone wanting to come talk to you and ask how your day was, and that for me it was like, it does feel like a family. It's like they'll take care of you. You got a problem, you come talk to them. They will take care of you.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely gotten like even more warm in the past couple years. Like, people are just so friendly, and they know the right things to say and when to say them. And like, if you're having a bad day, there's someone in there who's gonna go and try to cheer you
Exactly.
up. And it's honestly just a great community for anyone to like spend their high school years in.
Exactly. And like you got, we talked about Miss Schneider. Alonzo is basically the same guy.
Yeah.
He's one of the, I'd say, goofiest teachers I've ever.
And he's one of like the friendliest faces you'll
Uh-huh.
ever meet.
Exactly. And it's kind of like you walk in and he's always like, "Hey, what's up?" You're like, "Oh, this guy's like."
Yeah.
I don't know whether to like high five this guy or like just, you know what I mean? I don't know whether to like hug this guy or high five him.
Exactly.
And I think that's where everyone kind of, as a theater kid gets off, because, there's so much during the acting and during, the scenes that y'all do during read-throughs and everything. There's so much a high level of intensity. But then when you get off stage, you're like, oh, everyone's back to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like the joy you feel when you get off stage and know that like people enjoyed it, it's like unreal. Like it's amazing. Like seeing the audience react to something you've worked on for so long, it really makes it pay off in the end
Yeah,
because you have spent so much hours there that like, just seeing the audience's reaction makes it all the
it kind of
worthwhile.
reiterates to like where it's like I want to put so much dedication into this, so when they leave, they're like, I want to go watch that again.
Exactly. Like
Cause
even with Mamma Mia, I know like I talked to a lot of like parents and not even just parents, but like teachers who like went and saw it multiple times because it was just such like an uplifting show. And
and that's one of the things that's like really cool is well, you'll go because like a lot of people now have like not large attention spans, so it's really cool to see those same people come back for the second and third show, and you're like, how did I mean, like
Mhm.
that tells them that the show was that tells you as actors that the show was so good that they want more.
Yeah.
And it tells the theater department like this is a theater department that cares, and it's one of the bigger theater departments, and it's a growing one.
It
It's going to
is.
be one of the more popular ones coming, for years to come.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Ella, this is one of the shows that are you one of the most happy, like not like happiest with, but like is one of the ones you loved more than some other ones, or is it?
I mean, definitely every show has its different reasons
It has its
that
ups and
makes it
downs,
like
yeah.
so good. Like I don't know, I wouldn't say a lot of shows have downs, but there's different reasons for loving each one.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like this one because it sends an important message to watch out for the future.
Uh-huh.
And it's so creative and the cast is so fun. I never leave there upset, like I said earlier. So
Yeah.
those are some of the reasons I really like
Exactly.
it.
One of the things I was like thinking about is like, what if like, high school, how like theaters like Broadway, you have Broadway and all that. I'm not saying you guys were probably gonna go on Broadway, but I was like, what if you all like did a tour? You know what I mean? Like wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As far as like that goes, I know like a lot of my fellow seniors, they're auditioning to do musical theater in college, and the audition processes for those
Are
are
just
intense.
I
They're applying to like so many schools, but I truly believe like a couple people in our department, they're definitely going to be the ones you see on Broadway, like
yeah.
in like 10 years time.
Exactly. And I feel like with the tour thing and like the Broadway thing, I think you guys should like go to middle schools because like it's like or other go to like the long theater department. But it's like whenever I watch a show, it's like it brings me joy, and it's like you can't really explain why, but it's like you guys at the end of it, you guys are like. Okay, now we wait for like what the audience reacts because you never know how the audience is going to react to something.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of live theater is that it really uplifts people, and like seeing things live and compared to a movie, it's right in front of you and it's real, and you can not that you can touch the actors, but you
Yeah.
can almost touch
You
it.
can't go up on stage and tackle somebody.
So I mean, whether it's like a drama and it's sad, it makes you emotional, or it's like a really uplifting show, you leave there really happy, or you leave there with an important message. And I think that's why so many people enjoy watching live theater.
And that's probably what you're hoping to get is for people to get the message of Giver and be like,
Yeah,
come.
'cause-
And I'm not saying they're going to go change the world, but I'm saying like at least they have a message and they understand the message and they like they have it in the back of their minds and they're going to remember that for a couple
Definitely,
years.
because like if you don't know like what The Giver is about, it's about this boy Jonas who lives in this. It's supposed to be a utopian, but in reality, it's a dystopian society where people don't see color, they don't have memories of the past of all the pain we've been through, and they don't have happy memories either. It's a sort of emotionless society. They still have some emotion, but for the most part, it's a really simple society. Everything's gray. And Jonas becomes the receiver of memory, and he takes on the memories of the past because someone has to hold them. And he kind of realizes that the society needs those memories, and he's trying to figure out why they were taken away in the first place, and he tries to kind of set the community free.
And that's kind of one of the things where it's like if you ever watched the movie or read the book, even with reading the book, it makes you have those feelings. It almost like it's gonna make you cry. And it's like
It's really powerful.
yeah, it's a powerful message and get through. So so for your guys, who plays the part of Jonas? This
Matthew Taylor.
Oh.
Yeah, he plays the part of Jonas, and he does it really well. I haven't seen him act much in the past, but
Mm-hmm.
he is spectacular at this role.
Nice, nice.
And then the Giver is played by Mick Smith, and he's
I've,
in my
yeah, I know
he's
who.
in my varsity class, and
Mm-hmm.
he does really well. And I think they work really well on stage together, and it works really well.
You want to have that kind of chemistry between
Exactly.
actors, because if you don't have that chemistry, it's just not going to look as good. So, and that's one of the things that's really cool, because if you just threw a bunch of people on stage and said act, you can't.
Mhm.
You need preparation. You need the chemistry. You need people to to have that because when two people read a scene, and then you can't. You can feel the chemistry. So when I watched one rehearsal, only one rehearsal, and it was really cool because Mick and Matt, they had a chemistry that was like almost like brotherhood, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, and I mean, like there's one scene in the show where Jonas kind of describes the Giver as his grandfather because that's a memory the Giver gives him, and he's never had like a really close relationship with anyone. Like, even though he's raised with a family, the family they don't they don't use the word love.
Mm-hmm.
They say they appreciate him, but they don't really love him.
Exactly.
And so he's feeling all these feelings for the first time, and to see Jonas go through that,
It takes you on a journey.
it does take you on a journey.
All right, Ella, thank you for joining us today. Very happy to have you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ella, where can they find the Giver if they want to go check out and buy tickets?
So if you go to the Vandegrift Theater website, you can find tickets for The Giver. The pre-sale tickets are selling out pretty fast, so I'd go get those. You can watch them on Friday at 7 p.m. or Saturday at 7 and 2.
All right, guys, and make sure to check out Vandegrift Media Productions for more episodes of Ginja Ninja. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.